We're going bowling. Let's go. That's right.
Win number 6, bowl eligible. They escape Tulsa with a win, 38-31.
How about them Pirates, guys? My goodness. It wasn't pretty, but guess what, guys? We're bowl eligible. We're bowl eligible. We sat last year through a disaster of a season going 2-10, and now the tide has turned. Mike Houston's gone. A few weeks ago, Clip, I thought this season was dead. We're 3-4. I thought there was no hope for this team. But John Gilbert made the right decision, got rid of Mike Houston. Blake Harrell's come in. I'm not saying you should give him the job, but he needs to be a top candidate because we're bowl eligible, guys. We're bowl eligible. And let me give a shout-out to Rajay Harris. Rajay Harris, legacy game tonight, boys.
My guy.
Legacy game. He put the team on his back. And he led us to victory. I'm fired up, guys. We're bowl eligible. Blake Harrell's name's got to be at the top of the list for the new coaching search. I just think there's a whole lot more risk now if you go somewhere else than you do by sticking with Harrell when you can pay him less and he can go out and get somebody else or something like that. But we're bowl eligible, guys. And I tell you what, we won this game tonight right before halftime. We decided with 37 seconds left to not knee it out after our quarterback threw 2 interceptions, and it looked all out of sync. Blake Harrell used his timeouts. We drove the ball up the field, and we got a field goal, and that changed the momentum because, to me, we were dead in the water. Tulsa was probably going to come out and just kill us in the second half. That was the difference in the game. That's a coaching decision Blake Harrell's made. He's had some good in-game coaching, and we're going to bowl games, baby. Let's go Pirates, and let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm fired up, guys.
There he is, Cameron in Goldsboro. Love the call. You sound like Steve Logan's illegitimate kid at times, the way you scream. And I did have to chuckle when he said, let's go with Blake Harrell, because we were about a minute 40 away from Cameron calling for Blake Harrell's head.
Oh, 100%.
But that's how quick things can change.
Yeah, I mean, look, you went up there for a win. We knew that Tulsa's a weird place to play. Look, I've played there. The ECU fans know what has happened there in the past. We won. That's what matters. We're 6-4. We're going bowling. You got the job done. Look, it was ugly. Caton Hauser definitely didn't play his best game, but I'll say this right now. I think that's best case scenario for ECU, because if we win and he doesn't play that good, then that keeps transfer portal teams away from him. So I'm dead serious on that.
Hey, this guy stinks.
Don't come and take him from us. So, I mean, look, if he goes and lights it up for 500 yards the rest of the year, like, there's going to be teams calling. There probably is anyways. But let's keep him a secret for as long as we can.
I also want to say the only team that played worse than Tulsa tonight was the Washington Commanders.
Okay. That was a great setup, though.
Fly, Eagles fly, go Birds. I've been talking crap in the comments all week, and I just want to say congratulations to the Commanders for yet another loss. I also want to add, Holden, love you as a quarterback.
Appreciate it.
Kyle in LaGrange. What's up, Kyle?
What's going on, boys? I'll tell you what, that one was different. First of all, Harris, man, Raji played his tail off, particularly in the fourth quarter. You know, he had the long touchdown run called back in the third, and then the 2 touchdown runs in the fourth, and the 2-point conversion. Which, good God, that 2-point conversion was just all him. A good pitch by Hauser on a little option, but second effort by Harris to get it in the end zone to put us up by 7. Everything went against us tonight. You had Winston Wright Jr. go down. You had Sowell go down. You had penalty after penalty. You had, Caton Hauser finally looked like he was human in a bad way, throwing interceptions. You just, you go up by 14, touchdown run called back. Then you're down by 7 in the fourth, and just the way we responded. And Blake Harrell, John David Baker on the sideline, good job calling plays overall, although I don't know what we were doing with some of the passing game tonight, but overall, good job calling plays. But Blake Harrell never flinching, taking Steve Logan's words to heart. You go for it every time at East Carolina, going for it on fourth down repeatedly. Knew what he wanted to do, very aggressive. A lot of people will, say this, and it didn't go the way we thought it would based on the spread, but hell, 3 weeks ago, we would have just been glad to win any game by 7. So suddenly we're bowl eligible. You know, and we needed to see this. We needed to see, in terms of Blake Harrell, if he's going to be a serious head coaching candidate, can he find a way to win a close game? Well, he did. Not only did we win a close game, we were down in the fourth. And, you know, he kept those guys together through a lot of adversity. A lot of times this game, you know, it looked like we were going to put it away, but there was a time in the fourth where this thing could have got away from us. And instead, he kept the team together, and we won it. So hats off to Blake. Hats off to Rajay Harris. Just proud of him to get bowl eligible. We got 2 games to go. And I think a little bit of tonight was probably, I don't know, maybe playing tight because, you know, we were playing for that 6th win. And Tulsa has some extra days to get ready for us. But, you know, I'll just say this, and I'm going to make my call a little shorter than normal tonight. I'm a little exhausted. But I just – can you guys think of a time at East Carolina where a really likable, player-friendly, jovial kind of everybody loves him defensive coordinator won at East Carolina with a young, cocky offensive coordinator? I mean, I'm sitting here.
I see where you're going with this.
Trying to think, you know, he reminds me of somebody with one slight difference. I believe Blake might be a little shorter. But anyway, yeah, he reminds me of somebody, and it seemed to work pretty well. So we'll see what happens these next couple of weeks. But very proud of this football team for getting bowl eligible tonight, and we'll see how it plays out. And, hey, look, for Blake, you know, he came here from Kennesaw State. They're in their first year of FBS, and they just fired their head coach. So he might end up with a head coaching job one way or another. Hopefully it's here. But we'll see. But proud of the team, and go Pirates.
All right, Kyle. Hope you're doing all right. Good to hear from you, man. There's Kyle in LaGrange.
One thing that really concerns me when I look at East Carolina is the punting situation. I cannot understand for the life of me. We've got a punter that continuously kicks 30-yard line drive punts and doesn't really change the field for us when we have opportunities. I wanted to know y'all's thoughts on that, especially, you know, from you, Holton. We for some reason can't get or attract a good punter. I would love to see open competition, something opened up, but our punting situation, in my opinion, is not very good. But thanks for taking my call, guys. Y'all have a good night. Thanks.
All right, there is Patrick, and I'll look it up. Do you know how many punters we have on the roster right now?
I know we have another Aussie. I don't know how many people know that. We have 2 of them now. I mean, the special team situation is really weird, honestly. I thought John Young, when I was there, was really good. Very underrated. And then I'm big, like, kicking situation. I can give you a little bit more info on that. Like, me and Caden, who's not here tonight, he's in Hawaii. I'm big on offering a, like, 5-star kicker, like one of the best kickers in the nation, a scholarship out of high school. I think it's worth doing. I think it's worth using a scholarship. The last one we did that to, I believe, was Jake Verity. And then I will say, people, I'm going to say Owen Daffer got a scholarship. Or no, he got a walk-on spot and then earned a scholarship when he won Conference Kicker of the Year, and then obviously lost a scholarship after that.
I wonder if Worth Gregory had one when we got him from Bama, because he was really good. I don't know if he got one initially.
But I know Jake Verity we offered out of high school and was very, very, very good.
Very solid.
So I just think it's one of those where you got to put money into it nowadays, and you can't just rely on offering someone a walk-on spot and earn it. So
according to ECUPirates.com, we have 3 punters on the roster. As Holden said, another Aussie and Thomas O'Halloran, and then Ethan Stumpf as well, both freshmen. So
yeah, it's just it's one of those things, man. I think there's plenty of, like you were talking about Worth Gregory, like I feel like you can always get like a Georgia backup punter who was like a big recruit who they spent money on and then just didn't win the job. Like, I'm in favor of that, especially at punter.
All right, 317-1250. Atticus called a shot, said the Pirates would go bowling this year. Atticus, what's up, buddy?
Do you hear that?
I hear it.
That's actually intern Brett typing away on the keyboard as he prepares to write a 3-page paper apologizing to who? We don't know yet. The Pirate Nation, the Pirate Radio listeners, whoever it's going to be. The Pirates have won over 5.5 games. Brett, give me that paper. Give me that paper. Tell him to bring me my paper. That's right. Clip. Hey, quick question. Are you familiar with the boom meter?
The boom meter?
Yeah,
is that the
Costco guys?
The online thing? Yeah, that kind of. Yeah, I'll just say yes so you can go on.
Well, guess what the Pirates brought to Tulsa, Oklahoma tonight? They brought 5 boom, 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 boom.
All right. Thank you, Atticus. Atticus wants his paper. For those not familiar with that, it was intern Brett and Atticus. If ECU won over 5.5 games, Brett would have to write a 3-page letter apology to Mike Houston. Mike Houston has been fired, so that part has been voided. We don't know if Brett is going to have to write a letter. We're going to have to talk about this. If ECU didn't win over 5.5, Atticus was going to write a 3-page paper apologizing to Brett. So we still have some things to clear up there. But anyway, congratulations, Atticus. You were right. So good call by you.
I was listening to your show this afternoon, and I'd like to just say one thing. What world does that guy live in to think he sounds like Merrill Lease?
It's a tribute, so it's probably not the best, but yeah.
Get him off the air and tell him keep in his lane. He don't belong anywhere near Philadelphia or imitating anybody.
All right. Are you talking about Chandler?
Whoever did it.
Mike Harrell, Coach Harrell has invigorated this school like I haven't seen since Coach Logan. And I'm gonna chime in on some of the other callers. He needs to be. We could have easily laid down tonight.
I'm about to lay down.
But guess what? We didn't lay down. And we fought. And we fought, and we fought, and we fought, like Coach Logan always told us to do. And everybody throws out all these big names like, he wants to be here. He has shown us he wants to be here, and the players respond. I'm going to the bowl game. I'm just happy to be bowl eligible, to be honest. And I'm going to the bowl game, and I'm going to support him, and I hope that this administration supports him too. Everybody deserves a chance. He could be the greatest thing that we've ever seen. He could be the next Coach Logan, and I'm just going to stop at that.
All right. Man, well, Kevin, I'm glad you're excited and great to hear you're going to the bowl game. And, hey, I love Blake Harrell. He's a great guy. How many coaches would come to the local radio station and have a 3-point contest with the people? Like he's
Correct.
Oh, I didn't know you were still there. Yeah, I don't know about the greatest thing ever, but hey, who knows? But thank you for the call, Kevin, and I love your enthusiasm. So who's going to make a play with Soel and right out at the end? Yannick Smith did, and of course Rajay helped out as well with his legs. But that was impressive, Holden. We were kind of questioning that last drive. Winston Wright out on the punt return. Soel already out. What are we going to do here? And, Rajay put the team on his back, but we saw young Yannick make some plays tonight.
Yeah, Rajay, first of all, probably had one of his best games of his career, and that's big when 2 key receivers are hurt. And then, Yannick Smith, look, he's been, every time the ball's thrown to him all year, he's been very impressive. And I would also like to give a shout out to JDB because, look, your 2 top dogs are out at receiver.
Yeah.
And you have a drive to go win the game pretty much, and then you got to pick a play to go for 2, which is always hard. And we hit them all. We scored, and we won this game. So offensively, we're putting up points right now. Obviously, it was an ugly game, but look, you won that game. It's hard to win in Tulsa. It's hard to win in bad environments, and especially on Thursday nights across the country. Like that's just had all the combos for being a sloppy game. It was a sloppy game, but we won. That's all that matters.
317-1250. B. Pays is up in Raleighwood. What's up, Pays?
Hey, I'm glad I made it through Kevin's call there earlier. Whew.
I think he's still on. Shirley, can we go back to Kevin? Is he on line 4-8?
Kevin's call sounded like it was brought to you by Aristocrat.
Mike P said I interrupted him. He was in the middle of a 2-minute pause, so I apologize, Kevin.
Hey, hold. Let me ask you a question. That last interception, the interception he threw before the half end, that Hauser did, was it a bad ball or did Soul run the wrong route?
Oh, you're talking about, yeah. So that was, I think it was a hitch route, and they went cover 2, and hitches convert versus cover 2, but it was a really weird cover 2 look where like the corner technically, it seemed like the corner was already running towards the flats when the ball was thrown. It's because in cover 2 he covers the flats. And Caton thought they disguised it really well, and he was off coverage at first. So Caton thought it was quarters, which means the DB's scooting back, which the hitch would be there. But they really were disguising it in cover 2, and he threw that. Chase Sewell ran the right route. It's just something. Look, one thing I will say is winning with a younger quarterback is also hard from someone who was a younger quarterback at times. And let's not take that for granted. Like, he is still learning how to win games. And that's going to take time. And look, tonight, even though it maybe wasn't all on his shoulders, them winning, he still learned how to win as a quarterback and learned maybe how not to lose as well, which is just as big. So, I mean, we have a quarterback who's really talented, but he does still have learning curves ahead of him. So it's good when you win and he still learns.
I forget all the time that he's still a young sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you got to think about, back to the 2012 season. Carden had a couple of those games. Back in 12, when we went 8-5 that year, lost to Lafayette in the bowl game. But similar, even though Cardin, I think, took over in what was that clip? Was it game 2 or game 3? He took
game 2 in South Carolina, right? Rio started and Cardin came in, and I think never looked back.
Yeah, I think, and he started a Southern Miss game. The next game, I believe it was. So I'm gonna tell you one thing: both those freshman wide receivers, the East Carolina Yannick and the kid from Tulsa, they both made them some NIL money tonight, buddy.
Man, Tulsa dude mossed us. He was bad. And Holden, this is the difference between like a stat guy, I guess, and a real ball watcher and a player like yourself. If you look at the numbers, their quarterback, 20 of 32, 293 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, man, that was a good game. But you came in here and like the first thing you said was, this guy's not very good. And you kind of watch and you're like, yeah, you're right. But he had a receiver that went out there and made some plays for him. That's for sure.
He did. The receiver's balling. And look, I mean, when your receiver's hot, you just throw him the ball no matter what it is. But one thing I was saying is, like, if you're Blake Harrell, I know he has obviously head coaching duties now too, but like calling a defense, just don't put your – I mean, Blake Harrell's way smarter than I am. I'm not saying that, but just watching it, their quarterback wasn't completing anything unless it was 3 yards out, a 3-yard hitch, or just yeeting up go balls and just letting his receiver go catch him. Like, make him throw like timing routes and do that. And now I will say Tulsa's offensive coordinator did a good job of protecting him and getting him outside the pocket and throwing, which is what you do with a young quarterback who's somewhat mobile. But I feel like that's one thing we could have done defensively, is just make him throw timing routes, because he threw like none all night.
Yeah, that kid probably won't be at Tulsa next year.
Yeah.
One and done, going somewhere. Yeah.
He's probably just going to show the East Carolina tape and then go.
Well, look, how many coaches are sitting at home tonight just watching this game and being like, all right, let's put that guy down on the list. Let's put, is this Harris guy got any eligibility left? Oh, man, he's a senior.
That's why it's important for Caton Hauser to not look that good tonight.
Maybe it was all in the plan. Wait a minute. Did somebody's at the door. Is that a DoorDash? Did somebody?
Yes, one of our callers, actually he's on hold. Logan from LA DoorDashed some surprises for us.
Do I have to show my ID? I don't want it per se, but I will.
Well, I sent Mark to the door.
Okay, I'll show my ID. Logan actually did that. Can we go to him real quick since the caller's here? Thank you, Matt. 317-1250. We got Logan in LA. Logan, did you really send beer to the studio?
Yeah, you guys deserve it. It's a good game. Come on.
That is hilarious. And it has arrived. So appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Hope you guys enjoy it. I don't know. Should I talk about the game or what? Beer or what? What's the topic of discussion here?
Well, you called us.
You're the guy.
I'm going to give it to Jared, intern Jared, for his hard work today, so he'll appreciate that.
Is intern Jared the one that sits next to Sherry on the video feed? Because he looks just like Danny Beal on the camera feed.
He looks like everybody. We go to Maui Jim in Maui. Hello, Maui Jim.
Hey, guys, what a night. Just want to say I want to unofficially invite the East Carolina Pirates to the Maui Hawaiian Bowl. We were watching all night in the second quarter. We had some Philly fans. We were begging to turn on the game in the Cave Bar, and we turned off Thursday Night Football, and we were in a fight with some Philly fans about 74 years old, and we gave them a head bunt. We got the Pirates game on, but unofficially invite the Pirates to the Hawaiian Bowl. And then lastly, I don't know where Logan got the beer from because that was from Maui Jim and the Pirates. We wanted to send that, and Logan stole all my beer I sent to you guys, so that was actually from me from Hawaii.
Caden's blitz right now.
I was going to ask who your favorite member of the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show is, Maui Jim.
It's only the person who says they love their fans. So whoever says they love their fans.
There you go. Hey, Maui Jim.
You guys want to call? Yeah.
I love you.
Love you. You're my favorite member.
All right, have fun, Caden. Hey, Caden, congratulations, right?
Yes, Caden is engaged now, too.
Congratulations, dude.
I know. It's between you, Haley, and Clip Barack. I didn't know who I was going to decide, but I decided Haley over Clip.
Good call. Good call. All right, Caden, have fun, dude.
Enjoy Hawaii.
Will do. I'll see you guys.
All right. Maui Jim. He's probably been getting after it. Isaac is up in Greenville. Hey, Isaac.
Hey.
What's up? So thank you all so much. Thanks to our awesome sponsors, of course, the U.S. Sailor. Go to Brandon Tate's U.S. Sailor locations. Next to Little Caesars, Charles Boulevard in Greenville in front of Lowe's on Memorial Drive. Next to Walmart on 10th Street and the U.S. Sailor store in the Greenville Mall. Behind the Chick-fil-A. UBE provided the stat sheet. We had our Brown and Wood drive of the game. Orthopedic Steve's injury report. We'll check on those Pirate receivers, Winston Wright and Chase Sowell. Had our Pirate towing first call of the fifth quarter. That was Cameron tonight. Thank you, Celsius, Buccaneer Music Hall for the scoreboard, and Emporium for the great food tonight as well. We had our Big Rock Power Sports live line, and it was rocking and rolling all night after ECU's sixth victory. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back live for you Monday at 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Brian Bailey will be here. In the meantime, check out the Whole Naylor Show with Winston Wright and Chase Sowell, the Danny Beal Show with the Agnos Boys, Jake and Zach, and also a new edition of the Greg Hudson Show with Chris Johnson, who says whoever edits that is going to get their money, because there was a lot of four-letter words apparently going from both ways. So thank y'all for tuning in, and the Pirates are winners. We'll talk to you a couple Saturdays from now on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show.